Hello, this is Jeff again with the Valhalla Ventures, REIGuideservice.com, REIGUIDESERVICE.com, and I am here in my new office. It's been a while since I uploaded anything or made a video at all, really. Took pictures, did much of that kind of stuff, because I've been working on my actual career, I guess, is what you call that. And then building the new office, dealing with kids, being at home all the time, that kind of stuff. So today I wanted to briefly run over what my thoughts are on the current situation in the housing market, and that's pretty simple. Same thing as it always is. Not much has changed. There's going to be reasons for renters to not be able to pay their rent. If you are having one of those situations, then there are things that you can do. But here's the good news. There's always going to be struggle, there's always going to be strife, there's always going to be things that happen, right? And there's going to be the different groups. There's going to be the groups of people that got into investing, got into houses, got into the market, and thought, okay, boom, this is going to be easy. I'm going to get some renters, and everything was going great for a while, and they made all right money. And they're going to be real proud of what it is that they've done right up until people stop paying rent, and then they don't have any backup plan. They've been spending all of their emergency money, because really being an investor isn't as passive as what people would think. But I don't really think there's too much passive income. If you look at it from enough angles, I think that real estate gives you passive income, but with the ability to have some control over that passive aspect to ensure you're going to continue to get the income from it. And what I mean by that is, setting yourself up properly to have the ability, because, if in the early stages of this you said, hey, look, I got a couple of tenants that aren't paying rent. I'm going to go to them and I'm going to tell them, hey, don't worry about it. We'll roll this to the end. We'll figure something out. And you try to be a good landlord. You try to be understanding, because if you're in a position where you can do that, hopefully you'll gain some loyalty and that kind of thing. Of course, there's going to be people that will take advantage of everything, and you got to be wary of that also. But being a good landlord is being able to pull through these things, having yourself set up in such a way that if you have some tenants that aren't paying, if you have a roof that needs to be replaced, whatever it is, your tenants are relying on you to be able to continue to pay the mortgage. Your mortgage company is relying on you to continue to pay the mortgage. Your legacy, your success is depending on you paying the mortgage. And look, you need to make a real hard decision about what you want to do as far as evictions and people not paying rent, and how lenient you want to be. And it depends on where you are. Some places are not even allowing evictions. And this is going to be, depending on whether or not you're doing commercial, residential, multifamily, storage. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to real estate, right? It's not all just, houses and apartments. There's a lot of different stuff. And so the way to get through this is however the F you can. However the F you can. And the reason is real simple, is because that's what you have to do. There's downturns in markets. There's, reasons that people won't pay rent. All of these things are typical. Is it in abundance now? Is it massive? Yes. Some people will look at it as oh gosh, this is going on everywhere. People aren't able to fix this anywhere. There's investors that are losing their properties everywhere, and they will use that as an excuse to just go with the crowd of, well, everybody else is going out of business. Everybody else is getting foreclosed on. Everybody else is, and they'll just do what everybody else is doing. And as I've said before, if you want to be the 1% that is super successful, then you got to do what 1% of people do, not what everybody's doing. That doesn't always apply, and we won't get into all the detail. Let's see what this does. Still messing with my lighting in here. I don't really know how the setup's going to be. Still too bright, so still got to wear the sunglasses. If you want to go out and just buy a bunch of quick properties and put tenants in them, and spend every dime you have on just acquiring deals and not really having anything in reserve and not really planning out for emergencies because the market's great, that's awesome. That's lots of people do that, and you can make lots of money doing that. But if something like this happens and you don't have any plans, you don't have any reserves, you don't have any emergency funds, you don't have any idea of what you're going to do in this type of situation, you probably weren't prepared. Now, the difference here is that if your state or local place has made it so that you can't evict, that's something unique that you were thrown into, right? And you can look at it one of two ways. Either you can look at it as, wow, this is something completely out of my control, and this is something that I was thrown into, and if I fail, I'm not really responsible, because lots of people are going to fail. But then, yet again, that's the excuse mentality of, there's an excuse, there's a reason, there's a justification, it's okay because, or you just figure out a way and you muscle through it. You borrow against what you already have. You restructure your loan. You look for a grant from the Small Business Administration. And there's a lot of that kind of stuff that you can get that will help you out. And I just think that in this time more than ever, it's always been this way. It's always been this way. The ones that struggle and fight to survive are the ones that ultimately thrive. The ones that give up are the ones that drown. This has been Jeff. Kept it short this time. The Valhalla Ventures, REIGuideService.com. REIGUIDESERVICE.com. I hope you are well. Stay safe. Stay nice. Be kind to people. A lot of people are stressed. Give them finger pistols. All right, later.